12 creepy abandoned places across the world. 1. Krakow, Italy. This city of Krakow is more than 1,000 years old, but it began to decline in the early 20th century. A series of landslides led the town to be evacuated in 1963. The last residents left in 1980, and the city stands empty. 2. Hotuwan, China. Hotuwan is a small fishing village. It's located on Xingshan Island. 30 years ago, the population stood at 2,000, but Hotuwan was abandoned due to a lack of infrastructure. The village sits abandoned and overgrown with vines. 3. Mansion of Tequendama Falls, Colombia. Tequendama Falls is a 433-foot waterfall. In 1923, a fancy hotel was built on the falls. The mansion could be reached by train, but the river became contaminated by wastewater. In the 1990s, the hotel was abandoned. It's been converted into a museum of biodiversity. 4. Humberstone, Chile. Humberstone is a former English saltpeter mining town. It's located in the Atacama Desert. Once saltpeter was no longer needed, Humberstone was abandoned. The town still has fully furnished houses with stuff left behind. 5. SS Airfield, Australia. Homebush Bay used to be a shipbreaking site. SS Airfield is its most famous wreck. Most of the ship's superstructure was scrapped during the 1970s. The hull remains afloat, overgrown with vegetation. 6. Pripyat, Ukraine. This city of Pripyat once had a population of 50,000, but all the residents were evacuated after the 1986 Chernobyl nuclear disaster. Pripyat has an amusement park, stadium, hotels, and high-rises. It's been completely overtaken by nature. 7. Hishima, Japan. This 16-acre island lies just 15 miles from the center of Nagasaki. It used to be an undersea coal mining town. The coal reserves were depleted in 1974, and now it's abandoned. It's now just a cluster of buildings surrounded by a seawall. 8. Kayaköy, Turkey. Kayaköy, known in Greek as Karmelissos, was a Greek settlement. Most of the town was built in the 18th century. It had a population of more than 6,000 at its peak. After the Greco-Turkish War of 1919 to 1922, the Greeks left. The site is now a ghost town. 9. Varosha, Cyprus. Varosha is the southern quarter of the city of Famagusta. It used to be a bustling tourist destination, frequented by celebrities, but the residents fled after the Turkish invasion of 1974. The hotels and resorts have been taken over by vegetation. 10. Centralia, Pennsylvania, U.S. 40 years ago, there were 1,000 people living in Centralia. A coal mine fire started under the town in 1962. It still hasn't stopped burning, slowly driving the residents out. Centralia's zip code was revoked in 2002, but the town still stands. 11. Plymouth, Montserrat, British Overseas Territories. This Caribbean town used to have a population of 4,000. It was built atop lava deposits next to an inactive volcano. When the volcano erupted in 1995, Plymouth was evacuated. It's still the Daegeri capital of Montserrat. 12. Colemanskope, Namibia. Colemanskope was a small but very rich village. It was founded atop a diamond mine in 1908. The town featured typical German-style architecture. Colemanskope was abandoned in 1956 when the mines ran out.